Good morning. How are you this morning? It's very cozy, very warm here in the big meditation hall, and outdoor is very cold. Yeah. Welcome to Blue Cliff Monastery. Today we will have a very special and interesting section called Questions and Answers. We will invite one of you, or maybe more than one. You can sit, the first one sits on the chair, and anyone who have questions for the brothers and the sisters can come up here. You sit on the chair listening to one sound of the bell and ask your questions for the brothers and sisters. You can get in line if you have more questions, but I encourage one question for one person. Also, we save this time and space for the new friends, those of you who have been here before, who had many chances to have the questions to learn from the brothers and sisters. Maybe you save that chance for our new friends to ask the question from their heart. Our teacher used to say that a good question doesn't need to be long. So place a very concrete, clear, precise question from your heart, resonating to your practices, so that we can try to offer the answers. For me, offer the sharing with you in a very clear and understandable way. I think the practice is a process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. So this kind of section is a chance for us to learn from each other. You have the question, we learn from you, we offer the answer, you learn from us, or maybe we offer back a question. We never know. That's the interesting part of the section of questions and answers. But before that, I would like to introduce the panel here. You see one special brother here, the only one, Brother Happiness. We're very happy to have him at Blue Cliff Monastery. He's, I think, the eldest, one of the eldest brothers at Blue Cliff. And we're very happy to have him here. Whenever he manifests, wherever he manifests himself, we feel happy. I think that's the reason why our teacher named him Brother Happiness. Sitting next to me is my elder sister, Sister Manifestation. She's been here in the US for just a couple of years, but her English is like she's been living here for a long time. And she's one of the sisters that I admire due to her work study, her working ethics, her studious personality, and especially her ability to hang out with any friends coming to Blue Cliff. So one of very friendly and close and lovable sisters here at Blue Cliff. If you have any question behind the scene, I also recommend you to come to this sister. I myself is Sister Empathy. I'm the youngest one on the panel. And being young is fun and nice, and I enjoy it. Thank you so much. Now we will invite you to listen to 3 sounds of the bell as a way to start any section here. And I will invite the first person to come and have the question. And the rest of you, if you have questions, you can just line up behind the chair. Thank you.
So, dear respected and dear beloved Sangha, if you are aware what happened right now, so we have a snow, very light snow. And outside is very cold, inside very cozy. We just look at each other and smile until the end of this section. I think we are happy. From up here, I will look around. So everybody very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And this is the chain for you to ask the question for to improve your practice. And we try our best to respond your question. Please come up here if you have a question. Thank you. So you come.
When I came and sat today for meditation, I was very tired and hungry, and I found it very hard to do the things I thought I should do there. And often at home I'm very exhausted, So I wonder, how do you practice when you're in a state of being tired or hungry or exhausted? What do you do?
Thank you. Không trả lời.
Javan, thank you for opening your heart to ask the questions. It's good when you recognize you feel tired and exhausted. It means you be there with yourself. So you recognize your situation. Yeah, it's better than you don't know it. Yeah, the first thing you can recognize the situation already. So the next step, you respond toward yourself. You can, during the time to stay here, you have learn many new things, and you see the flower will bloom, need some condition. So during the time you stay here, you have some condition at home you don't have. Like you have many good friends around you. The quiet atmosphere, the method, like walking meditation, sitting meditation, eating meditation, or just relax. So here you have a chance to experience the quality of wellness. So you know some condition will bring your wellness. So try your best at home, create some condition like that to nourish yourself, and the wellness will be come back again with yourself. And practice something very simple. It doesn't go somewhere else or create some big condition. Like you still go to work, but on the way go to work, use that path. Manage enough time so you don't in rush. So you don't in rush, you can relax and you be aware of your step. It helps you to nourish stability inside of you. And before you go to bed, simply just sit on your bed, just 1 minute. Come back toward yourself, smile to yourself, and follow your in breath and out breath. Be there with yourself. That practice can cultivate love toward yourself, but you don't need to go somewhere else to buy. You can do it. Thank you.
Good morning. So today is my younger sister's birthday, and she lives in Hawaii. So my question is twofold. It pertains to her, and it pertains perhaps to me or a mother. She's been trying to get pregnant with no success. She is turning 42 today. And there's this idea that when you're in your 40s, it makes it harder to get pregnant. I feel that the question is this: It's the essence of femininity. In a world that requires us as women to be resilient, to be strong, to have a voice, to stand for ourselves, it seems that requires a lot of masculine energy. How can we embody femininity in a world like my sister, where to her the essence of being feminine is to become a mother? And in my world, as a mother, I am a nurturer, I am a provider, and I have to have a voice in a world around men. I have to find financial means to continue to support my children and my family. How do you find the balance in a world that requires so much of us to embrace our feminine energy as a woman?
I wish I chose the other question. I'm sorry. I think your question is very deep, very meaningful, because we are trying to live our way and trying to not really prove, but to have to be acknowledged of our feminine capacity. I'm a nun and I also a woman. Yeah, I think that's the reason why our brother passed the question to us. I hope my sister will help me in the end. For me, being strong doesn't mean you have to be muscular or masculine. You can be very gentle and you can be also strong. As long as you are determined and know what you need to do, what you need to share, you can be determined in your direction. Over here, we learn the art of loving speech. And both the brothers and the sisters, we all learn that with gentle speech, but very powerful speech. As long as you can open the heart of the other people and cultivate, construct, instead of deconstruct things. Before we can balance our masculine or feminine ability, I think we need to know ourselves first. We need to accept ourselves. And knowing that we are women, but we also have some capacity, some talent, some ability to contribute to our family, to your workplace, to the society, to the world. Half of this world is made of women, and we cannot object the role of woman in this world. Woman is the abundant source of love. I think the mother is precious because she's the first teacher who taught anyone how to love unconditionally. So the role of a woman is very important. As long as you know who you are, you're confident in whatever that you can contribute to the world, to your family, then you'll be fine. I don't know whether your sisters is successful getting pregnant yet? Not yet. Maybe that's one of your concerns. I would like to share a little bit more about this as a way of interbeing. Yeah. When we enter the monastery, we call each other brother and sisters in the spiritual family. So we have another family out of our blood family. And we learn to practice, to call each other, to consider each other, to feel each other as real brother and sisters in this family. We're not related by blood. But there's other ways that we can build family. Our mental formations is also our children to take care of. There's some trauma in the past inside ourselves that needed us to be loved, to be recognized, to be taken care of. It's the inner child. It's a 5-year-old child, 5-year-old girl and boy who is calling us to come back and take care of us all the time. If you can come back, if you can learn the practice of coming back and take care of those mental formations, those inner child in each of us, you are a mother and a father of your own. Maybe we don't have our birth child, but there's other child. There's many children who need a family in the world. They're all humans. They need our love and care and support in whatever way that we can. We can start with that in order to cultivate the seeds of motherhood, fatherhood in each of us. We don't need to get trapped in an idea of having our biological child in order to become a mother or a father. We can start somewhere in the society, and all the sufficient conditions may come at the right time. I hope that is inspiring enough for you to continue to move on with your life, and happy continuation to your sisters too. Thank you.
How do we cultivate a felt sense of inner being and oneness with all beings?
How to cultivate the interbeing, oneness, and all beings. Look like my turn. I cannot escape old age. I cannot escape death. I cannot escape the answer. When I'm sit here, contemplating the question, how to cultivate the interbeing, oneness, and with all being. Yeah. Look like the question already have the answer. Something very simple from our teacher. He often talk about the flower. The flower, they can bloom beautifully because they have water. They have a sunshine in the flower. They have soil. All conditions manifest at the same time. That's why the flower manifestation. If we look at the flower, we can look in deeply like that, so we can look at us. We also make something. We are human, and we make something not human element. The food we eat help us to be alive. The air we breathe help us to be alive. A lot of conditions, the weather, all conditions, the manifestation at the same time. So that's why we are here. And when we look at our hand, please take a look with me. Look at hand. See it. What you see in there? You see your parents in your hand. You see your mother, you see your father in your hand. Right? And everything you do, you go to the monastery, or you go to the church, or you go to the temple. You understand all of them. And sometimes you feel you can do it. For example, when you come here, we just ask you to go back to your breathing and practice. Cultivate mindfulness. You can do it. So have you ever, you ask yourself where that came from? Came from our spiritual ancestor. And our body here the same. Our body came from our plus ancestor. From right at the beginning until now, right here, never corruption. If the corruption, we not be here. And in our body, everything they related each other. Every part of inside our body, they work together, harmony, so we can sit here and enjoy everything around here, and enjoy the sangha around here. And if just one of them not function well, we end up in a hospital. So everything interbeing. We are not alone. Sometimes we feel we're lonely because we disconnect with our spiritual ancestor, our plus ancestor. That's why we feel lonely. They just right here next to you. Look at that. Look at your hand. Look at all the skill you have. We receive that from our plus ancestor. And all spiritual, we got it. Also, we receive from spiritual ancestor. We are very strong, but we never accept that. We always run away from home, run away from our spiritual ancestor and plus ancestor. The practice here invite you to breathe and look at back, and reconnect with our ancestor inside of us. If you can do it, you feel you are very rich. You have everything in your hand already. So that is my response for your question. I hope that's help you.
Good morning. My question is about love and attachment. How do we cultivate love in our hearts for people we're close to without becoming attached, especially in romantic relationships?
You do want.
Yes. So when we want that closeness in a romantic relationship, how do we cultivate the loving relationship and partnership without attachment?
I'm single. We are single.
Go sit down.
It's okay. So let the single monk answer about romantic love. My experience to live in the Sangha is some kind of merit with the Sangha. I have the honor with my brothers and sisters. I have to respect my brothers and sisters, monastic brother and sister. And one thing also very important is I have to be stable, not end up and down. So to support them, to support my brother, and also I can support my sister. And sometimes I do feel tired, and sometimes I feel kind of a lot of pressure come to me. But I know how to practice. That's the important thing. That's the key for me to live in the Sangha until now. Because I know how to transform my difficulty. And I know how to respect the other, even the brothers. We respect each other, and we have the same goal. We have the same practice. That's why we support each other. I married with my Sangha over 20 years. So I think I can share that with you. The important is you know how to practice so yourself can be fresh, stable, at ease. So you can offer the one you love. You know how to say, you know how to silence, and you know how to listen. Three things if you want to create harmony in your family, you need to learn it. You need to learn how to relax in your practice. More you practice, more you feel tired, and you know that's something wrong. Because in the practice, very simple, tell you very simple. For example, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I calm my body. I relax my body. That's a guided meditation. We all already practice that. That means when you breathe in, you know how to calm yourself, how to relax yourself, how to cultivate mindfulness. If you can cultivate the mindfulness is the source of happiness. That's what I want you to practice. Because everybody, we need happiness. Everybody, we love to sit next to someone, that person at ease, that person very fresh, that person very happy. We all love that. So that is the key that my experience when I stay in the Sangha. So I need you to learn like me. You think you can do it? You need Sangha. You need Sangha to help you. So you can be a person can listen to the other, can give the other person space and time. You know how to patient because you know how to breathe. You know how to practice. That's why we can do it. But I never say, I want you to be perfect right away. We need to make mistakes so we can learn from that. We need to fail sometime so we can learn from that. But we cannot stop the practice. We allow ourselves to be failed, but don't allow yourself to stop the practice. The practice needs continuously, need more experience. There's more friends around you to help you. And we also here to help you. Come and practice with us. So, thank you.
How do you stay resilient? Resilient, as you know, as you just say, you got to keep practicing. But sometimes I think everyone falls and make mistakes, and sometimes you know it's a bad mistake, and you can just help, and you are weaker than what's in front of you. And how you do not lose your confidence in the practice. How you continue falling back, but you still try your best on practicing. What is it that you can say? I think I speak on behalf of the world. To stick with it on the hardest, darkest time, when you feel that you're failing, when you believe that all you are trying to do is the right thing. And then you lose your confidence, even on the practice.
Dear friends, like previous answer, we know we would like to have something. We want to be successful, and the successful come from many conditions. And you or me, just one element in all the conditions to make you successful. So if you try your best, it's the best thing already. Just continue to do it. And the other thing will taking care of themselves. We cannot control the condition outside of us. The main thing, we just control ourselves. So be sure you understand yourself. Be sure you understand why you need to do that. And continue to do that. If you need more help, just open your heart and ask the help. And if you try your best, day by day, more conditions changing, and the success will come toward you again. Yeah, my brother can add more for you.
So, dear friend, I just answer the last question about so all you need a sangha to support you, and we talk about successful in the practice. The question I ask here, what does it mean successful? Successful in the practice is you know how to transform your difficulty. You know how to understand yourself first. We don't go out and try to understand the situation. We don't go out and try to understand the one next to us. All we need to know is ourselves. And if you understand yourself, you know how to cultivate which one you need to do. You don't need the people outside approve you are good or you are not good. All you need to do is go back to yourself, see it, which one you need the most. Like I said, all of us, we need happy. All of us, we need free. I'm not talking about the political. I'm not about free here, about free from your suffering, free from your difficulty. That is successful. Successful here, it doesn't mean you always happy. No. Successful here, you know how to transform the difficulty from yourself. That's important. If you can do it, if you can succeed and you know how to help the other. If you cannot successful, I don't think you reach out to help the other. All you need to do is just come back and approve yourself, approve your practice. And you need the Sangha around to help you. That's the key. I said that because our experience from our teacher is in the Vietnam War. He fell many times. Even he get dangerous. They throw the grenade in him. Our teacher go through many difficulties, a lot of suffering. But he's successful because he knows how to transform himself, how to transform the suffering in himself. That's why he can help the other. He help a lot of people. So minimize your need and go back to yourself and really taking care of you right now. That's important thing you need to do. Don't worry anything around you. And find a Sangha so you can practice with them. The Sangha here, that means the Sangha, they know how to practice. The community, they know how to practice. That's what you need. That's my answer. Thank you for your question.
Hi. I'm wondering, my partner and I both live pretty far from their family, and sometimes it makes them really sad. Often when they share that with me, I feel scared that they will want to live closer to their family, and I struggle to be present. I'm wondering if you have advice for how I could be there for them and myself.
Okay, make sure I understand your question. You and your partner. Okay, make sure I understand the question. You and your partner are very far from your family.
We're close to my family, but we're far from their family.
Oh, you and your partner very close to your family, but very far from his family. So the question here Yin asked is how.
It makes them sad. I'm wondering how I can be there for them, but it also makes me scared.
Oh,
so I'm wondering how I can.
His family kind of far and then make you feel sad, and you want to how to be there for them. How to support them. And I don't know. My sister maybe they know.
I'm not sure I know. I'm a nun, a monastic practicing in the community here. And we make the vow to have a lifetime here. That means we stay here all the time, offer all our time and energy and practices for the Sangha. Other than that, we have the time that we can go home to visit our family. We call it home visit. We have the Sangha permissions. If our blood family need help, then we can go back and help. Like one time in the pandemic, my dad has COVID, and it was very hard for my mom and my dad. They are elderly, and it's hard for them to handle things on their own. So the sisters gave me permission to be there with them for a month, to be present, to support them, whatever that I can. That's my practice as a monastic. I think with you, when you get married, then you building your own family, and if you are happy, you can take good care of yourself and your partner. Both sides of families are happy, despite of all the distances. Take care of yourself first. Cultivate as much love and happiness and joy within your own family, so that they don't need to worry about you and your partner. I think that's the best thing that we can offer to our extended family. Besides that, we have other ways of communication on social media. Of course, I don't advise you to get on social media all the time, but take it as a tool for us to communicate, to re-establish communication and relationship with your beloved ones. I live far away from my hometown. I'm close to my parents here, but there's some brothers and sisters of my blood family. I haven't seen them for about 20 years. It's a sad thing for me, but there's no distance among us. Yes, we learn to love, to exchange communication through whatever ways that we can, so that we can support each other whenever we go, whatever that we are doing. When I asked my family's permission to become a nun, that means I release all my responsibilities of a normal person, not taking care of my parents when they're getting old, not supporting them financially. But my brother and sisters, they do that part for me. That means they understand the direction, the mission that I'm going. So when you can support your loved ones like that, that's one way that you can offer the love and the care and the support. And there's no distance. There's no distance, there's no suffering. There's suffering when you can see each other but you cannot exchange communication, exchange looks to each other. Despite the distance, if you can still keep the relationship, support each other in whatever that you are doing, try to understand whatever that you are thinking, your mission, your aspiration, then you never far from them. So I wish that you can get in touch with that and don't suffer because of that. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. This is my first time to hear. I read the books and I got very inspired. So my question actually is very simple. I had a very tough job. My brain always running, sometimes does not stop, So sometimes I not sleep. So I feel my burned out. So my simple question is how you can get peace, I tried, but sometimes difficult, I find, yeah.
Like my brother said, alone, sometimes we're very weak. We need a sangha. It means community, or your friends, your partner, your children, or something like the forest. So you need a community to support you to out of your thinking. Yeah. Here we have the simple practice like you come back to your breathing. Whenever you completely follow your breathing, it means the object of your brain is breathing. So your brain still constant thinking, but now the object is changing. The object is not something out of you, but the object of thinking is you. You follow your breath, so 100%. So it helps you to minimize the thinking. Day by day, it will slow down. It not stop right away because it takes time. Like you turn off the fan, it still turn around a little bit before they really stop. So we don't need to be violent toward ourselves. We know our situation and we take time, do it, but we don't quick. We need to be patient with ourselves. So now still thinking, but it's okay. Your object of thinking is your breathing. And when we're thinking a lot, the energy up here, but now you channel your breath here, and your breath go through your body, so the energy circulate in your body. It helps you to minimize your thinking day by day. And sometimes if too much, you can running in the forest. So not much thing trigger your thinking. So it helps. Yeah. So try, and this is the first time. So I hope you have time come back here and learn more the practice. So make your life more happier. Thank you.
I've been feeling a lot of grief and shock and rage and sadness about the violence happening, particularly in Palestine and Israel, but all around the world, honestly, and even in my own neighborhood. And I want to be able to feel these things because there's so much numbness. I don't want to be numb to it, but sometimes it's overwhelming. And so my question is how to be with grief and sadness and the suffering that's in our world and not be swept away by it.
My sister, they say they will back up me. I'm go ahead and answer. You know, everything you suffering about is not only you. All of us, a lot of people, if they care about life, they all suffer. And not only the Palestine or Israel, we also have Russia and Ukraine. I myself, I still don't understand why in this kind of, we all know we will create a lot of suffering, but they still make a war. And when I look back at my teacher, he also, at that time, he tried to call for peace for Vietnam. He also doesn't understand why we have to kill each other. But the thing already happened, and it will happen. So all we need to do is, if the war outside of us is, make us go crazy, and then why don't we create the world in ourselves more peaceful? Look like we cannot help the war out there, but we can help them by nourish our peacefulness and send our energy to them. But we have to do something. For example, when we practice, we feel peacefulness, and we want to help somebody. Why don't we just plant a tree in our backyard? Go around and help the other to plant the tree, clean the trash along with the ocean. We do something for us to nourish our peacefulness inside of us. By doing that, you can create for so many things around you to make you happy. You practice with your mind. You do something, action, to take action to do something around you. Cultivate peacefulness and send to the world. But you need to be peaceful. You know how to walk. You know how to sit. You know how to eat like we are here. Just a few minutes in silence. We send that energy to the children in the world. Walk for them. Sit peacefully. You sit for them. We can create a peacefulness in ourselves to send to them. They need that. We don't need war. We don't. So that's all we can do. That is my response for your question. I hope you can do it. I'm so sorry. The time is in. Sorry. Next time, I promise you. Next time you will go first. Oh, thank you. Now we will listen to the sound of it.
Thank you, brother, and thank you, sisters. My question is about climate change and how, amid feeling helpless, we can find acceptance.
So to my understanding, how we can accept the situation of the climate change on the earth now, right? We all know that this winter we don't have a lot of snow compared to the other winters. Some of our sisters coming from Vietnam, they were very excited to come here because of the snow. And there's only a couple of snows. There's only one snowstorm so far For me, it's good, but for them, they would like to see more snow. That means our global is getting harder and harder. How can we practice with that and accept that? Our teachers has a book, Letters to Mother Earth. He considers Mother Earth as a living beings, not just a planet Earth. A beings, a mother for us to love and to take care of. We can start with planting trees, as many trees as possible. Cover this beautiful earth with the green color again. One of my friends, he committed to spend 10% of his profit in order to cover the trees, the hills, the mountains with trees. We can always start something. Every year at Blue Cliff, we have community working day. On those days, we also plant trees around the monastery. One way to help the global is to become a vegetarian. Yeah. The way that we eat meat, we consume meat, and we produce meat has been polluted. The source of water, of land, of soil a lot. So we can start with us, from us, to eat less meat and more vegetable for our health and also for the health of our big mother. Our friends, our young friends have a wake-up movement. Every month or they have those movements on almost every cities or every states in the US and even in other countries. They start healthy living, a way of healthy living by, of course, becoming vegetarian, going out, explore to nature, and cleaning the ocean, preserve the forest, cleaning the forest. They expose to nature as much as possible, and together. They don't do it on our own. They have movement, they work together in order to do better work for Mother Earth. The pandemic is one lesson for all of us to stop all the activities, all the airplanes had to stop, all the traveling had to cancel, and we have to stay inside in order for Mother Earth to redo a big transformation for us, for other species. We've learned our lesson. So each of us can do something in our own way, from our own practice. As long as we raise that awareness with each other, we will find way, and knowing that this is the only place, only big home that we can cultivate for ourselves and for our next generation. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your love for Mother Earth. We are doing that with you. And we are also running out of time. Thank you very much for all your questions. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for all the insights that we share with each other, and especially for your presence and for your practice of deep listening. We all get something from this section, and that will become our inspiration for us to practice more, to have more faith in the Sangha and in the practice. Thank you.
So, dear friend, I know it's late, but before we end it, let me tell you a story. It's my story. I remember when I have a time to visit home. I visit my sister, my elder sister. She have a daughter. That means my niece. I remember that's Friday night. My niece came to my sister. She's so happy. She very exciting. They say something I don't know. After that, I came to my sister. I asked, today Friday, so she will have a party. So my sister said no. She asked me permission tomorrow, Saturday, to go to the beach to collect the trash. I looked at her, I said, what? You collect the trash and you kind of exciting? Then my sister said, yeah, she loved that. The story I would like to pass to you is, you can do everything. But the key here, for you have a long run, you have to do with happiness, with exciting. In the practice, in the romantic love, you need to understand before you love. With the climate change, to heal the world, you need to do with some kind of attitude, exciting, passion, love. Don't do with suffering. We already have a lot of suffering. We don't need more. That's why we here, we practice together, we cultivate mindfulness so we can have happiness together. And we use that happiness to apply to our daily life. That's what we want you to do. And thank you so much for all questions. And now we will have listen 3 sound of the bell. Now, during you hear 3 sound of the bell, I invite you to sit beautifully, go back to your body, and recognize this moment. This moment is the moment of happiness. This moment is the moment of peacefulness. Take advantage and be there to be present for yourself. Observe this energy, because this energy nourishes us. Thank you.